Thank you so much for attending my presentation on unorthodox moves in Pokemon, and first let's talk about Final Gambit. This move is simple in concept and deadly in practice. Final Gambit first knocks out the Pokemon that used it, kinda weird, but then deals damage equal to the user's HP before the move started. For example, if I had something with 300 HP remaining, it would lower the target's health by 300. This is the ultimate fuck you, basically just sacrificing your life to screw over one guy. It can be surprisingly effective on Scarf sets, which take advantage of the added speed to move first and inflict max damage. One example is Annihilate, an early Gen 9 VGC. When not paired with Mousehold, it was often seen running Final Gambit as a way to stop Trick Room threats from getting set up. Annihilate wasn't the only mon that could do this, with Staraptor in particular doing well at regionals with the strategy, but it was the most successful. Next up are the pledges. These three moves, when used in tandem in a double battle, combine to both increase power and create special field conditions. Grass plus Fire lights the battlefield ablaze, dealing chip damage at the end of each turn to both opposing Pokemon. It gets way more interesting from there though. Fire and Water combine to create a rainbow, which gives a Serene Grace-like effect. This can be really deadly, with the ever-feared Rock Slide threatening around a 50% flinch chance. The most immediately eye-catching though is Water and Grass, which quarters all opponents' speed stats for 4 turns. This is basically a double reverse Tailwind, which is absolutely mind-boggling. I actually have a personal experience with this one. I was at a local and matched into someone running both pledge moves. At the time I had no idea what they did, so when Rillaboom and Empoleon both clicked their moves and I saw that a swamp covered the battlefield, lowering my speed, I was confused but thought it was only one stage. Little did I know, it was way worse than that, and I wound up getting my really fast stuff outsped in O-code. These moves are sick as hell, and while they have gotten buffs before, they unfortunately still don't make waves anywhere important. Mind Reader and Lock On, but I'm going to say Mind Reader because it sounds cooler, is one of the most glitchy, messed up moves ever put into the game, which says a lot. The basic description sounds pretty standard. It targets a Pokemon and then any moves used against it will bypass accuracy checks until the effect ends. So how long does the effect last? In Johto only, Mind Reader lasts until another move is used on the target. This made it even worse as the obvious solution was just to switch into something else. This was thankfully changed to work until the end of the next turn, but that's not the only issue. Mind Reader has fallen victim to a variety of glitches. The funniest is in Gen 2, where you can pull some certified shenanigans by abusing the aforementioned ending requirements. Because it acts as an effect on the opponent's Pokemon, not your own, you can actually switch out and get a guaranteed hit with an entirely different mon. This was removed in Gen 3, but things continued to spiral in Gen 4. If the opponent used Protect against a move that was affected by Mind Reader, the move would fucking go through Protect but have inverted accuracy. For example, Hydro Pump would have 20% accuracy instead of 80. It could also be used with Oko moves and actually intended effect. This was rarely an option though, seeing the most use in Articuno, so its effect is minimal to say the least. Mind Reader was never very good and was removed, but remains cool as hell nonetheless. The last one is really just for me. When doing research for this video, I stumbled upon Powder, not Sleep Powder or Poison Powder, just Powder. While its name sounds like the lamest shit ever, it's actually the sickest thing to be added to a Pokemon game. It's a priority move that covers the target in Powder, which does nothing until the opponent tries to use a fire move. If they do, the Powder fucking explodes, negating the move completely and dealing 25% damage. This is, without a doubt, the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's like dumping gasoline on someone with a flamethrower and daring them to use it in combat. Ineffective if they have any other option, but can shut down very specific pokes. Was it ever good? No. Did it ever see use? As far as I can tell, no. Is it dexited? Yes, but it still remains the best idea Game Freak has ever had to this day. In conclusion, there's a whole lot of crazy moves out there, and this is just scratching the surface. I have enough material for at least one more video, and if you'd like to see a follow-up, let me know. Thank you so much for watching.